Hi, everybody.
We're
Welcome to the
live,
stream.
everybody. Hey, welcome to the Dungeons of Discordia. Thank you all so much for joining us. Yeah, very, very excited for this show. This has been such an amazing time, like getting to know Scribe and Taylor. Like, this is the first time they've been on one of our shows before, and oh my god, they're both so funny. So very excited to have them on board. And yeah, I will pass this over to our game master, Mr. Doc Arcane.
All right, I was just waiting. Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Cheyenne Wright, aka Doc Arcane, and I'll be the game master for this brand new experiment in live streaming. It's not going to be that different for any of you, but it's different for me. This is called Dungeons of Discordia, and it's an idea I've had in the back pocket of my brain. My brains have pockets. And for some time, and I've been kind of hornswoggled and arm twisted into running it here for you guys, and I hope you like it. First of all, I just want to introduce you to my cast for the evening, starting with Osirian Legacy. Say hello and promote what it is that you do for the people who are not followers of Dice Tyrants.
So I'm James. I'm the founder of Dice Tyrants, and I love TTRPGs. I also play guitar. I love heavy metal music, and yeah, I'm very excited to play Vec tonight. It's gonna be interesting.
Next up, we're gonna go over to my other longtime gaming companion online, at least, Tony, Mr. Dice Barbarian. Say hi.
Hello, folks. I'm Tony, Dice Barbarian. I am the recently anointed creative director of Dice Tyrants, and I do things with dice, and I make creative things on the internet for TTRPGs. So, well, I mean, only so many things that we can talk about right now.
I've also
hit me up on Twitter, and you might find out more.
I've also seen you streaming things, have I not?
Oh, yes. Oh, and I do stream things, some games. Every once in a while, you'll see me throw on a game every once in a while to shoot some stuff in Overwatch or play an 8-bit game to have a little bit of fun with my friends to stop by and say hi. So that's on my Twitch, Dice Barbarian. Anywhere you find Dice Barbarian, that's me. Hopefully.
All right. Now let's move on. Let's move to the people I'm really interested in because they're new here and not the people you're. Oh yeah. Old hat and all that. Let's start with Taylor. Say hi, Taylor.
Hello, everyone. I'm Taylor. I washed up here from the haunted, disgusting island of Backwater Bastards, which is a podcast. And if you've never heard it, just know that we, cause a lot of trouble and, in space. So that's in a nutshell.
What is Backwater Bastards?
Well, we're 3 years old now. We celebrated a birthday, and we were back in the day doing some homebrew D&D 5e high fantasy stuff. But for the past year, exactly, almost as of yesterday, we've been running a sci-fi system that our DM totally pulled out of his brain called Orbital Refuse. Classless, chaos prone D20 kind of planet, and we've been deep into that. I play a bear or human within a bear called Cleo DeCap, and it's pretty wild, and I'm hoping to siphon a shard of that wild chaos energy into this, where I'm gonna be playing Hemin. Everyone, Hemin. The human fighter, which is obviously, as you all know, probably one of the most complex character types that anyone could choose. Human fighter. And everyone
have you ever played
agrees.
Savageworlds before?
I've not. This is my first time. So everybody out there, pray for me.
I'm gonna try and keep it very easy to understand. And down here, the last but certainly not least, we have the Scribe, the very mysteriously named.
Ooh, I like it. Hi, everybody. I am a DM from twitch.tv/indigo_chameleon, another Dungeons and Dragons Twitch conglomerate. We do lots of fun games. We do one shots, and my imagination tends to run away with me. We've done homebrewed worlds set in Wonderland and in Neverland, continuing where the stories left off. We tend to try new and different things. We've got a fringe show, a live stage show, which is going to be debuting in May, which is going to be interactive Dungeons and Dragons with a big old audience, and we'll see where that goes from there. We have podcast, and essentially we also do around once a month. We do D&D 101s, where we take people that have never played the game before, and I've got a few adventures that I walk them through to introduce them to storytelling and tabletop gaming and things of that sort to make it accessible for everybody, because I think everybody could use some fun time that they can play with their friends, long distance and things of that sort. But I work with Indigo Chameleon, and we are we love having new people come in. So feel free to join and play in the space with us. I am very excited to be here. Oh my gosh, I was introduced to Savageworlds and then immediately regretted all of my life decisions playing Dungeons and Dragons 5e for the customization abilities alone. So I am trepidatious, but I am so excited to be sharing the virtual table with all of these amazing players and our game master. So thank you all. Let's do this.
All right. Yeah. So for the people at home who don't know, we are using Savage Worlds, but we're using a slight variation on the rules. One that is not released generally to the public yet. It's only been handed out to Kickstarter backers. It's the Pathfinder for Savage Worlds rules, which attempts to incorporate a lot of the feel of classic Pathfinder style play, but using the core mechanics of Savage Worlds. And it should be a lot of fun. And we're going to be putting it through its paces tonight and for the next couple of weeks, 4 weeks or so or more. And maybe keep going with this. As much weekly content as we can put out, as much weekly content as we can get people who want to sign up and join this rotating cast of this strange new world that I've constructed. And with that, and to explain a little bit of the background, let's go to my little intro video that we have prepared.
All right. We'll be back shortly, everybody.
After an eon of war, Discordia, goddess of betrayal, strife, and suffering, had done the unfathomable. She had won. At her feet lay the gods, dying, their heroes broken, all hope forsaken. Reality was hers to remake in her image. Her victory unassailable. In this moment, Discordia wept, for there was no one to oppose her.
As you first awake, your past quickly fades from memory, like the buzzing of so many flies. You were a hero, you think, a great wizard or a king. Perhaps you once dreamt you were a god. But you push such thoughts from your mind. There are more pressing issues. Whatever the world was then, it's not that now. Now, you just hear the dark, rustling sounds and dripping water. You can't move. You open your eyes, but you see nothing. It's dark. You wrestle and try to break free. Ruin, give me a strength roll.
Understood.
Hemon, give me a strength roll.
Okay, we're opening this up immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what we've got.
All right.
Oh,
You both succeed.
haha! It hits.
You begin to flex, pull, and tear, and you hear the sound of ripping threads or fabric. Ruin, with a higher roll, you awake first and peer around. You appear to be sitting in some sort of dark, dank pit covered with bones and webs. There are bundles of webbing laying around this chamber. Another one writhes, and another figure tears open the threads of webbing that they are encased in, and now they can see their environment as well. Hemon and Ruin, you look around, and first things you see are each other. You see, describe your characters to each other, and understand that you do not recognize each other.
Bruin is a very large individual. He has the head basically of Minotaur with horns from the sides of the head, bits of gray in the fur, and you can see the deep-rooted scars trailing across his face and down his body from where the lightning hit and made the veins sort of pop out. Some of the fur is white in places, but as he looks up at you, he puts both of his hands up in supplication, as if to say, I do not wish for fighting.
Hemon is worn. She is quite bulky, but maybe not as bulky as Ruin, being a Minotaur. This is a human we're dealing with here, and she has a golden blonde snarl of hair that's kind of braided and just matted to her skull, and it's sort of going all the way back down, and it's very cleanly chopped at the shoulder. It doesn't naturally seem to end. It just looks as though someone severed it very quickly. um a strangeness, and like Ruin, she is quite scarred and just roughly hewn for a person, so to speak. And she recognizes your symbol of peace, so to speak, but she too is an individual of high creed and wouldn't have attacked you in this context, um, but returns the gesture
It's
before
dark down here and hard to
we
see.
can't see. Okay.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, you can see each other. You can just see the short distance. It's dark, but in the gloom, as your eyes adjust, you can make out two more bundles. One very close to you, Hemon, another full-sized humanoid figure, and one closest to you, Ruin, the size of perhaps a child.
Could I utilize Storm Song, smaller version, to create just a little flame to illuminate the space more? Make sure no threats are visible?
Certainly, yeah.
Okay.
That would be, you're using it as a cantrip?
Just a cantrip.
All right, so in the Savageworlds for Pathfinder rules, you declare that you're using one of the powers that you have in order to, as a cantrip, which means it cannot duplicate the effect of any other power, but it will only cost you 1 power point to cast it, and if you succeed with a raise, you get that power point back. It didn't cost you anything.
Perfect. So
just give me a spellcast faith roll.
Yes.
Well, you try and cast it, but the spell does not go off.
Understood.
It's you're still groggy. You can still feel like a sensation that there was that perhaps your natural powers, or your mind is still clouded from whatever it was that brought you here. You have no real memory of how you got here, but you call out to Discordia, and she does not answer.
Tell me you did not do this.
Well, it was not me that sent us here. And you?
No, but if these are like us, we should work fast. And he'll just bend down and immediately, if there's a little one next to him, he'll immediately do what he can to see if he can assist in untying them or getting the bindings off.
All right, it's not that hard to, like, you look at the what he's bound up, and it's like these silky tendrils that are just kind of wrapped around him in layer and layer, and you begin to rip and tear at them. You can feel them stretch and give and then snap, and as you peel it away, they're half groggy and just coming to its senses as a small goblin.
If I may, I might pull out my ever-burning torch.
Yeah, you start looking around for your gear, and it appears like nothing has been stripped from you. All your items are still kind of like were wrapped up in the same bundle with you, and you find your bags of that you carry the things in, and you go digging around in it and find the torch. The ever burning torch is basically has. It looks at everything like a torch, that it has an illusion cast upon it, so that it appears to have a flame. And that flame puts out light, but it puts out absolutely no heat. You can touch it. You can shove it up against things. It won't set anything on fire, but it casts light as if it were a torch. So you start fishing that out, pull it out, light it up. And it lights the room a little bit better down here. You appear to be at the bottom of a pit. There's the wall to your right-hand side seems to go up and disappear into the vaulted ceiling above, but the wall to your left appears to go up only about 12 feet. It's rough-hewn. There looks like there'd be plenty of handholds, not too difficult to climb. And at about 12 feet up, you see it kind of cut away, like there might be a platform or a ledge off in that direction. And you can hear the sound of dripping water and echoes of wind coming from that direction. The goblin opens its eyes.
What? It stinks down here. What are you? And I go to like reach for my dagger. Do I have any equipment on me as I see ruin in front of me?
All of your equipment is on you. Yes.
Yeah, and I go to reach for my dagger, and I go to like plunge it into your chest because I don't know who you are.
You're a little bit slow. You're still groggy. The whatever it was that put you in the state still kind of has a hold on you, and so you're slow. And when you go to pull things out, you're still kind of half bound up by the wrappings, and it's easily telegraphed.
Yeah. I just like slowly kind of move forward, and you see like my body sag forward a bit, and like me like huff out a breath of exhaustion, just a friend or foe.
Ruin thinks about it, and he goes, I do not wish to be stabbed. Is there something in between those two?
Perhaps neutral party, then.
Let us go with neutral party. I will
Works
help
for
up
me.
the goblin. Hold out a hand.
Yeah, I grab your hand, and with my other hand, I like kind of move my dagger to my left hand, grab yours with my right, and I start kind of cutting away the webbing and stuff from my sides, and it's like slurping off of me.
All right. And very quickly, you make short work of it, and you're freed. There's still one more figure, and it's beginning to like wrestle against its bindings.
No. No, 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 let me out, let me out, let me out!
I will head over as well. Yes, and do the same thing.
All right.
I'm
You
going
move
to
over to
provide
there,
the light.
and you begin cutting away at the bindings,
Let me out!
and revealing description from the player.
You see emerge from this chrysalis a being of great power and majesty.
Oh, yes.
It is the moon elf Dradavilsul. He is a small, tall, skinny moon elf of pearl white skin and white hair, and all the things that magic can create for greatness. And he's screaming wildly to get out of this thing because he's paranoid and he's grabbing at anyone who will help him.
Calm down. Calm down. I am going to help you.
Friend?
You bull!
You are skinny. Are we saying things that are true? Like, stop, calm down, and I will help.
Okay, don't hurt me, please.
I wasn't going to until you started talking. And I will just work on getting them out of the cocoon, out of the chrysalis.
All right. So, again, happens fairly quickly. It's not that difficult. Although, as you're cutting through them, you begin to hear the sounds of movement behind you. As you're doing this, you have your back to the lower wall and the platform, and you can hear the sounds of something moving around up there. A little sort of tic-tac skittering sound.
Vec kind of turns and looks up, trying to see anything kind of at the lip of wherever this is, if we can even see the lip of this.
It's about 12 feet up, but yeah, you can make out the edge. You can't see over it. You can't see what's up there, but you can make out the edge from here.
Okay. Do I know, is it coming from the right side of Vec or from the right of Vec's token?
Yeah, as we're looking at this board, it's coming from that side. Yeah. It's coming. The sound is coming from over in this direction. I will ping the board.
So Vec is gonna move down and kind of as best he can, kind of move through all of these webbings, and he's gonna try to climb a bit up this as best he can.
He's
to
going
see
straight into it.
kind of what's going on, but I'd like to do so stealthily. So I don't know if you want to do a multi-action penalty or something for like that.
Well, basically, yeah. All you have to say is you're trying to be stealthy about it. You will move. So first of all, an athletics roll to make the climb.
Okay. And
when you successfully move, then you'll make a stealth roll to see if anything noticed you.
That would be a 3. That is not a success. I'm going to spend a Benny. And I'm going to try to roll again. That is a 12.
There you go.
Much better roll. For the people at home who don't understand, Savageworlds uses a target system of 4 or better. You roll the dice, and you're just trying to get a 4 or better on any one of your dice. Dice are open-ended. If you roll the maximum value on a die, you get to add another one to it. It's called exploding. You succeed with a raise, so I won't even have you roll the stealth when you get up to the top. You are like a thing of mist and shadow, born to the darkness. You simply climb up the side of the wall and creep up to the top of the edge with no sound whatsoever, and are just there looking over the room above. And I will have to drag you over the little divider so you can actually see what's going on up there.
Ooh. So I kind of turn down to everyone and I just say, I think it's clear, but I think there's something up here.
What you see is a cave to the north. We'll say we'll use the battle map here, and we'll say up is north. You don't know the true direction, but to the north here of you, mostly cave. You can see more webs, scattered bones, left in piles, but right underneath your feet where you first come up, the cave gives way to carved stone. You can see the ruins of some vast and ancient structure, bits of rubble and a fallen pillar or column just this looming at the edge of your sight in the darkness. And again, from here you can hear more movement out there in the dark. Something searching through the darkness or reacting to your climb, perhaps. But nothing leaps out at you. Nothing has zeroed in on your location, at least.
Okay. Okay. That's good. I'm hoping that
That is
happen.
great. Wonderful. At any moment, I would love to activate my danger sense.
Yeah. Well, feel free. You can give me a. I'm just going to give this one to you. You're in danger in here.
Great. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Danger.
It's not very subtle.
Great. Yeah, you're right. Cool. I have that sense, and the hairs on the back of my neck are bristling, and I'm holding my torch to the trail that our little friend has taken, and I'm going to look around at my pit brethren, and I'm just... Something is coming for us.
No.
All right. Well, does
behind
the rest of you just stay down there, or does anybody else join the goblin up at the top of the ridge?
I have to go up. I have to go up because I am loyal and I have a code of honor. Those are my hindrances. So
Are you intending to try and climb that cliff face holding the torch?
Can I put it in my mouth?
Yeah, sure. It doesn't catch anything on fire. You can tuck it in the loop of your backpack if you want.
We're doing this tango.
It's an illusionary fire, so it's actually quite safe to carry.
Let's do it.
Just
I mean, if it catches my hair, it catches my
climb.
hair. I mean, there's not much left.
Yeah.
So.
Can I assist, provide, boot up, leverage up?
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, does Hemin allow that?
I mean, Hemin does a really cooperative nod.
Okay.
And just kind of leaps above it.
All right, so
is clinging to his newfound friend's backs as he's just clinging. Like, don't go too far. Don't go too far. You're moving too fast.
All right, Ruin, you can give me an athletics roll. Based on your success, you'll be giving Hemin a bonus to her climb, to her athletics check.
Understood.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Hey, all right, so that's a 7. Not quite a raise, but it's a success. So +1, Hemin, on your climbing roll, which is athletics.
All right, let's see, guys.
Oh,
yes.
Very nice.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. That
So,
definitely
12.
hits.
So that is a success and a raise. You go to give her a little lift up, and then she just sort of like pushes off against your hands and practically leaps to the very top of the ridge all in one go, and then catches it with her strong hands, and you hear the crunch of the stone as she grabs it, and then she just kind of pulls herself up and rolls onto her shoulder, and then comes up in a wary stance, half crouched down, one hand out, the other hand to her weapon, and ready to see what awaits her at the top.
Hammond.
Yes.
Oh, the flicker of
But
the
is it
torch
ready?
is so cool.
But is it ready for me? Probably. That's
All right, leaving just Drada and Ruin the Minotaur down in the pit.
Elf, you are up next.
What am I doing?
You're climbing.
Climbing where?
No, up where she just went. We cannot live here, form happy life in pit. So we must onward.
Well, I realize that. I'm a man of courage and I will start to make my way up. Very, very scared.
All right.
Is it
Give me-
possible for me to reach down to him?
Yeah. You can reach down, try and give him some support there. It would be an athletics check, same as what Ruin did for you. Oh my,
Oof.
you're good on those.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no,
All
this is pod racing.
That is quite good there. All right,
That
so
hits.
16.
That hits. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
that-
carry you up bridal style.
So that's 3 raises. As you begin to climb up, Drada, Hemin reaches down, grabs you by the cuff of the your robe, and adds +3 to your athletics check as she drags you up the cliff face.
Oof.
Plus
You're all
3.
right.
So just don't critically fail, and you're fine.
Gotcha. Oh, I forgot to add a +3 on that. Sorry.
It was close.
Doesn't matter. You rolled a
Five.
you rolled a 2, but you get +3 to that roll. That's a 5. She just pulls you right up, sets you on the ground.
Thank you. Don't paw me. Thank you.
All in a day's work.
Leaving Ruin. You're down there by yourself.
I will follow suit.
Well, hang on. This is all of this process has created a significant amount of noise. Hemin and Drada, both give me stealth rolls.
Oh.
You all need to keep quiet. You're making so much noise.
What?
When you're this big, you don't worry about quiet. But you probably
Oof.
should.
All right.
Oof.
Hemin, you pass, but Drada does not.
Does not surprise me.
And so, for at this moment, I'm drawing cards.
Oh, dude.
Oh, let's pray for a joker.
Meanwhile, Ruin's like, what is happening? Tell me.
Well,
Describe.
hey, somebody got a Joker, and it's Vec. Everybody gets Benny, and
Thank you, Buck.
Vec, you've been on high alert this whole time. You basically have a card up your sleeve here. You can go at any point that you want to go. You can go first right now if you want to, but you don't see anything yet. But you can, as soon as you get a chance, immediately act and take whatever actions you want. Hemin, you're aware that the things have gotten noisy, and and you have danger sense, so those hairs that all rose up on the back of your neck from earlier begin to like scream at you that something's going on. So you're not caught unaware when when you see the movement out of the corner of your eyes as things begin to creep down the walls and out of the darkness towards you. And you see these giant spiders about the size of a medium dog come creeping out of the shadows towards you.
Oh, gross.
Well, okay, so I guess it's time to pop off. I am a human, or an Ursteely, so I get to select an additional edge, and I'm going to go with hard to kill. Nope, not yet, not yet. Just kidding. I take it back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
so-
with Bruiser.
All right, so in the Savage Worlds for Pathfinder rules, characters who are a fighter, like Hemin is, gets to pick a combat edge every new encounter, and then she has that combat edge for the rest of the fight.
All right,
And you're
That
going
is
with
so
Bruiser.
cool.
I have gone with
Wow.
Bruiser because I need to be tough right now. It's time to fight.
All right, so these 2 giant spiders come creeping out of the darkness, investigating why their meals have decided to go on walkabout. And but Hemin and Vec, with the red Joker and Danger Sense, you both get to take an action before they get their move to actually make an attack. Starting with Vec, do you want to go first or do you want to wait?
I will let Hemon go first.
All right, Hammond.
All right, I'm going to move within range,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna straight up fight.
Okay. A 3 is not a success.
Can I spend a Benny?
Yes, you may.
Okay, I've spent a Benny. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh my
right.
god, it's a 3
still
again.
a 3.
Yeah. Don't forget that you can just click the little Benny button there in the chat window to spend that Benny.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can just click that to do it, and then we won't get that double animation of 2 bennies flying onto the board for some reason.
And GM,
Where
do
is
you?
it in the chat window?
I don't think we ever talked about this, but do you want to handle music, or do you want me to handle music?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was too engrossed in all of this.
No, you're good.
I got something going on right here. Hang on one second.
Help! I
We'll
don't
just
see the
sing.
Benny in the chat window.
It's where it says 3 on the bottom, and there's that little circle on your roll in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Okay, duh.
We're not getting any audio.
Can I spend another Benny?
Yeah, you may.
Because this is not how I want to start this.
Well,
fight.
yeah, for some reason.
Double
Ooh,
I'm not here.
Go for it! Go for it! Go for it!
Y'all.
So 16. That's a much better fighting roll. All right.
That's it right there. That's
Well
it.
done.
Now let's
Oh,
see
boy.
if these beasts know about my kind of fighting.
All right. So that is a hit with a raise. So you get to roll the damage for your weapon plus a d6. If you click on your weapon in gear, it should.
I'll go with the great axe.
Mm-hmm.
So we are hefting quite an axe, people. Imagine it.
No. You just rolled fighting again.
Oh wait. There we go.
Oof.
Damage.
That's still a
Damage,
good
yeah.
hit.
And that I would say you could add a d6 to that, which because of the raise you got on your attack, but I wouldn't worry about it. The toughness is not that high. You already just you bring the great axe down in a swinging arc. It cuts right through the main body of the spider. Its black juices kind of splurch in either direction. Its legs curl and twitch, and then you realize you have to actually work the axe back out of the stone to pull it free.
I'm getting spider all over myself. In spider myself.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Well done. Well done.
All right, there's still another spider creeping forward, however. Vec, would you like to go before it makes an attack?
Yes. So Vec is going to rush forward. And what was it to draw the line on the map? Is it shift?
If you want to if you want to do the movement thing.
There it is. It's control. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you draw from control and draw from your token and just straight to the thing and hit space.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna run towards this thing, and I'm gonna try to jump onto its back.
Oh,
that's
I
about
like
the size of
that.
a small dog. And you are also Vec. You ran over there to that spider, and you're gonna jump on its back like some sort of bronco, as I recall.
That is correct.
What is the ultimate goal of this action?
I want to essentially stab into this thing's head. Like I'm going straight for the skull.
All of it sounds like a fighting roll to me. Let's go.
Sounds good. I will roll my fighting roll. And that is a 6.
All right. That is exactly a hit. Exactly what you needed to hit it, which gives you a chance to deal damage. No raise, just straight up damage.
All right.
7 total. All right, and with that, that spider is shaken by your attack. It seems a little bit caught off guard by the goblin just kind of racing at it out of the darkness. You slide your blade into it. It sort of dances away, but the blade doesn't directly connect, but it's thrown the spider off of its attack, and now it has to compensate for you being right there. And it is now its turn to try and do that. So it has to make a quick spirit check to unshake and take its action, or it's stuck, just trying to avoid being stabbed again. And with a 2, it does not. It is too busy dancing around your blades and trying to defend itself to actually make any sort of attack or action at the moment. It just rears its forelegs up, its mandibles, flex, and it makes a strange sort of subdermal gurgling noises, because spiders don't really make noises, but giant ones do. A little... And it loses its action for the round. Drada, you're next on the encounter.
Get him, Elf.
All right, so come, hurry, please, you down there, need your help. And I'm just gonna fire off with a fire bolt.
Okay. By the way, well, from our test plays earlier, I found out a way to do this. If you hover your cursor over the guy you want to attack and hit T on the keyboard, you will target it.
Ooh.
Thank you. It's not fire. Since I'm a moon elf, I cast moonbeam, and I fire beam at it.
Okay. So you fire off a moonbeam at it with a spell casting roll.
Yep. 1 second. Let me get back to where I was. Where's my spell? Okay, there it is. Incoming.
Oof a doof.
Oh
Ooh.
my, 11. That is definitely a hit.
That is some firepower.
What is happening?
Yeah, you hear all sorts of cacophony going on up there. You see a flash of moonlight kind of appear and then cut through the darkness, and you hear a gurgling wet sound when that immediately follow it, and the legs as the spider crumples and its legs twitching, and then it falls silent again.
Yes, as the chat says, I successfully mooned the spider.
Well,
Thank you, chat.
I think that I suppose you could say such a thing.
Ruin, it is now your turn.
Ruin will bat clean up as he attempts now to just get out of the pit. Go over to the side of the wall and just athletics to climb up.
Yep, just athletics.
Boom.
Excellent. Yeah, you climb up the wall with a raise. You climb up pretty easily. There's like lots of little handholds. Not that difficult to climb. You get up there to the top, no problem.
Perfect.
And let me just pull you on up. And there you stand, right behind Hemon. Drada to your left. 2 dead spiders, ichor leaking out of them onto the stone floor beneath you. Motes of light dance in the air, but other than that, you see no movement up here.
Are the enemies hiding underneath the dead spiders?
No, that's them. It's still singeing from my moonbeam.
Understood.
And for some reason, I'm trying to sound like Skeletor.
Okay.
Crossing into Skeletor territory, definitely.
Yeah. Try not to.
By the power of my axe.
Hammond! Hammond! I will have you, Hammond!
All
right.
I'm wiping my axe carefully off on my leather leggings, because any good weaponsmith removes the gore. Kids at home.
Yeah. The more you know.
The more you know.
All right, and
Knowledge
with
is
that, you have a
power.
moment to catch your breath. You look around. in the dim light of the upper platform in this cave, you can see to the north through drifting cobwebs and motes of light, some sort of point of light kind of leaking around the edges of the cave. And to your right, you can see across the worked stone floor a set of stairs, a small rising of stairs that go up, maybe only about 3 or 4 feet into a chamber beyond, but it's hard to make out what's in the chamber. It is so full of webs.
This looks disgusting. We're going to have to claw our way through this. As I'm looking at like the big like open space. Well, I wouldn't say open space, the space filled with cobwebs.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why are we here? Wow, where'd this voice come from? Let's fix it.
Go with it. No. It sounds like
apparently have many
sounds like
problems
every
right
elf
now.
I've ever heard in a game.
Why are we here? The spiders take us?
Obviously.
But I've never seen any of you. So from whence have we been grabbed?
Well,
I'm not sure, but perhaps this is blessing in disguise. Perhaps we were put here for a reason.
I don't like that.
that kind of moves over by the cobwebs and he's like kind of brushing himself off, like pulling off strands of web and stuff like that and like flicking it off his hands. Well, for whatever reason, we're here now and that's what matters. We need to get back to Delverhome.
Delverhome?
That name sounds familiar. You've heard it before. It's a mountain, dwarves, and you know that it offers safety to wanderers like yourselves. The labyrinth. You remember the labyrinth. The whole world is a giant causeway of walls and turns and twists. And you are wanderers, yes. People who seek adventure and treasure and survival here. It does not conjure up forth any other images for you, however. You just know these things to be true. Vec, as you approach the cobweb-filled chamber, you can see it's fairly large, fairly and roughly circular. You can make out piles of rubble that lay collapsed down at the bottom. Again, large sections of it completely obscured by the massive amount of webbing that comes through here. And somewhere towards the back, at the edge of your dark vision, a long stone box, about 4 foot high, 4 foot wide, 6 or 7 feet long, also covered in webs.
Oh, he's gonna go open that.
That kind of like looks back at the rest of you, and he just says, "I think there might be something in here."
Yeah, well.
You use the word
Not
something.
spiders.
Yes, the spiders are something.
We have seen proof of this.
What do you see, little one?
Seems to be some kind of maybe altar or some other thing.
That's all I needed to hear. I'm heading over.
Okay. All right. So again, you make out pretty much the same thing. A large circular chamber filled with webs. It's about. Let's see. Oh, I clicked off the wrong thing. There we go. Roughly. 8 yards across, or no, sorry, 16 yards across, from one side to the other.
It seems, like I said, an altar or something, but it's covered with all these stupid webs. I don't know if we'll be able to get in there, but It's possible. Maybe those spiders came from here.
In this great box. Well, if that be the source, we must smash it.
Well, does anybody have any ideas of what you'd like to do?
Run.
Ruin thinks about setting fire to webs because this could be a way to clear it, but then the room is on fire. So,
well, you look around. Give me a common knowledge roll.
I can do this. This is skills roll. I see this as absolute win.
Yeah, no problem.
I could set fire. Small fire. Burn web.
But for how far will the fire burn, friend?
We won't know unless we try, right?
If you start fire, it will light the room up, and more things will come to the light, and it'll be warm. They'll like that. I don't want to do this. Just cut it.
Speaks truth.
Yes. I don't want to attract more things for us to kill. But if heart is set on going forward, I'm happy to assist. Just trying to cut the webbing.
It is the best way.
We can
Good
try.
plan.
You're gonna try and cut it instead?
Yeah, I'll try. I don't really have cutting tool, but we'll use Warhammer to just sort of try to barrel.
Kind of like hammering at the webs.
The fork with spaghetti, just fork.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, just sort of.
Yep.
All right. So,
I can aid this with my great axe.
no, yeah. That also you. So you both head on over there. You start like just chopping and hacking away at the webbing, cutting a narrow path through it. You begin to make your way into the center of the room. And feel free to move on in.
Would you
As
say
soon
it's
as the
the
two,
dead center of the room?
It might be.
Vex stays
As soon as the two
outside,
big-
and he's gonna
two
kinda
big
just,
fighters
like,
move
look
up,
for anything that might be coming towards us.
What's that?
Yeah, I go hide behind. When I see the two big fighters move up, I go hide behind the goblin because my
Okay.
other two hiding posts have moved.
Interesting choice.
That kind of like looks
Emin,
up at you.
give me a notice roll at -2.
Uh-oh. Okay, let's see.
Hello, protect
Hello.
me.
Oh, where does notice live? For me.
It should be.
Nope. Found it.
All right, so 7 -2 is a 5, which is a success. As you are tugging and tearing at the webbing, at one point your axe gets a little stuck in the webs, and you're pulling on it. And you pull a couple of times, and you feel something pull back.
Oh God. Okay.
And with that, you immediately begin scanning around and looking up into the vaulted ceiling of this room, and you see it before it gets a chance to strike. And another round begins. If I can find where
Something is in the ceiling.
There's something on the wing.
oh, there we go.
Something wicked this way come. I feel it.
That it do.
Oh my gosh.
This
Not
giant
good sound.
bone white spider with red eyes and glistening abdomen becomes crawling down from the height of the webs,
No.
looking for what has disturbed its fine nest here. And let's draw cards.
Protect me. Protect me.
Good evening, spider.
First round of combat, I'm just dealing in for the two fighters and the spider, because the people who stayed out of the room do not know what's going on yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But Ruin, you pulled the ace of spades, which means you get to go first.
Nice.
I am so sorry, guys. We are in the spider's home, and the first thing I'm going to try to do is to try to put up we're sorry. I don't know if Spider can understand, but I have to play Ruin how Ruin is. It's a
It's true.
Try to pacify it, to make myself smaller. I don't know if there's a way to communicate with it, but it is just a stop. Like we are leaving.
All right. Well, you can attempt to make a persuasion roll.
We were on our way out.
We were just leaving.
You also can move back if you want to actually leave, or are you going to stand there and just sort of say that you're
No. I move too.
Okay.
I move. We have how many inches of
6.
movement? We have 6. I'm not going to leave Hammond behind, but
Okay.
I will start moving towards door and interpose myself.
Okay.
With permission, and just be like, no, we are sorry, we did not know someone was in here. Just so you all know, I am very good at persuasion. The best.
That is a 0.
Yes.
On that roll.
Boy.
The spider seems to take no notice of any of what you're trying to say to it,
No.
and continues to creep its way down the webs towards you. Hemon, you're next.
Cool. So, inquiry. Would you consider this beast to be 3 sizes larger or more than myself?
You are a normal-sized human, yes?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, you are size 0, and the spider is size 4, so it is exactly 3 size. It's 4 sizes larger than you.
In that case, the edge that I will be selecting for this round is Giant Killer.
Yeah, it is a separate encounter. I did end one fight and start a new one.
Wow.
So then this will do
cool.
plus 1d6 damage versus creatures that are 3 sizes larger or more.
What? That's so awesome.
I'm so jealous.
So I'm
All right.
thinking that I might roll up on this spider.
All right. So you leap around the Minotaur.
I do.
And climb halfway up the webs with your great axe out.
Indeed. With my
Okay.
great axe flashing.
All right. Give me a fighting roll.
Okay, everybody.
Oh,
It's time to spend a Benny because that looks like a 2.
Remember, don't click the Benny in the chat window there.
All right,
you go.
let's see. Benny. Yeah.
2. Oh no. Okay. 7. There we go.
7.
All right. So yeah, you clamber up the webbing, kind of like lock your feet into the webbing hoops, so you can pull back with a great axe, because it's a 2-handed weapon, as I recall. And so basically you're just using the adherence of the webbing itself to sort of balance yourself as you slice into the spider. 7 is enough to hit it. So give me a damage roll.
All right.
No raise, but you can hit it.
Well, let's see. Oh, a 10.
10. All right.
Nice.
You bring your great axe in a mighty crushing blow down towards the spider, and it glances off its chitinous exoskeleton. It seems to be unfazed by your blow.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
10 is not enough.
Oh my.
Oh,
my.
dang.
Oh boy.
What about that extra D6?
Oh, did you? Oh yeah. 10
Like,
would not be
really?
enough. You didn't roll the extra d6, did you?
I
Give me
didn't.
d6. Oh,
And it's-
roll 1 d6, not 2.
Uh-oh, did I do that?
Yeah. Just roll 1 down from the chat window. The icon's down there at the bottom.
Let me try it again. Just 1.
No, that's why is it rolling 2? Here, let me just roll it for
Oh,
you.
hold on. It's got, yeah. I think I had it selected on wild. So
Okay, there you go. Yeah. 3. All right, so adding that 3 to your 13 is enough to shake the spider. It actually, the axe connects onto its one of its legs. It pulls it back in shock that something would dare strike it. How dare prey try and bite back? The spider is angered and it becomes shaken by that strike. All right.
Well, that's cool.
Sounds like it might be time for me to yell.
You guys can hear what's outside, what's going on, so you know something's up. You weren't dealt cards this round. You'll be dealt into it at the end of this.
Okay.
In fact, I will just add you to the chart now. And then the spider attempts to unshake. With a 5 on its roll, it easily unshakes. Let's see, there we go. Unshake. Who did I mark as shaken? I marked you as shaken by mistake. Sorry. All right, the spider shakes and attempts to return the favor of your strike there, Hemon. It rears up its 4 legs, tries to grab you and pull you into its gnashing mandibles. Will a 7 hit your parry?
Will it?
It will. 6 is what your parry is. 7 will hit.
It does, yes. A little bit. Oh my god.
20 damage.
Ooh.
All right, so the gnashing maws come at you. Its fangs dripping with venom. You stare the end in the face, and you have a split second to try and adjust and wrench yourself away from this blow before it actually connects. You can attempt to soak the roll and not take damage, or and lessen the damage with you spend a Benny and make a vigor check.
And okay, that's it, right? That's the only that's the only choice. Okay, I'm spending that Benny, and let's hope that I am vigorous today. And
4. Well, that soaks a wound. So let's see. Hemon, your toughness is a 6.
oh boy.
That's 14.
So that's 2 wounds that Hemon would have shaken.
Yeah,
you
would have taken 3 wounds from that bite. You soak one of them, so you take 2 wounds. Its bite, its teeth still latch onto you, or its fangs still latch onto you and sink into your flesh, and you can feel a venom burn your skin, and the sensation quickly fades and it begins to go numb, and you're worried about what that means. But you have 2 wounds and you're shaken.
Okay. Well.
All right, and then let's do the next round. And the spider pulls a red joker.
No, dude, what? Oh, God. No.
This is not going well for our team.
No, it's
It
not.
hurts too much.
Well, this encounter was totally bypassable. You decided to go in here.
Yes, that's true.
That is something that we did.
All right, so it's like the spider is sufficiently satisfied that you've been dealt with, you've been venomed by it, and it now goes after the other figure. It just sort of like disregards you, crawls over towards the Minotaur, and rears up for an attack against him.
Oh man,
Yeah.
This is
it's going good.
Yeah, man. Woo! Mountain Dews, baby.
Because of its Joker, it rolled a 9, which is a hit and a raise against Ruin. Allow you.
Okay.
So only 11, but it's the raise damage here. I forgot to throw that in.
Oh, thank you for remembering.
Yeah. 16 damage, Ruin.
Awesome.
Which will be another 2 wounds, I think, to
Get
you,
your
unless
bennies
you're
out.
able to get out of the way of it. With a spending a Benny and making a vigor check to absorb some of that damage.
Sure. What? This is a vigor check, right?
Yep.
We had to learn some kind of lesson today. Here it is.
Yeah, we did.
Look at that.
4 will soak one of those wounds.
Yes. It was either this or open the box, you know?
So you take a wound
World of
and are
Savage.
shaken by the spider. And now it is your turn. Automatically, you attempt to unshake. You do. You are no longer shaken.
Great.
The software automatically just rolled it for you on your turn.
Nice.
That was for the vigor. I don't think I spent one for the vigor yet.
Oh,
So
I see. You didn't spend it
yeah,
for
yeah.
when you're trying to soak
Yeah.
the roll, you mean? Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I am.
All right.
I'm not shaken.
Yeah. However, because you were shaken by the bite originally, before you soaked one wound, but you didn't soak both of them, so that did shake you. And now on your turn, you must make a vigor roll at -2, or you will become incapacitated from the poison. It is you're getting drowsy. You can feel this sleep coming back, this familiar grogginess that you just managed to pull yourself out of.
No, not today. We'll
Not
do it
today.
vigor.
Not today.
Vigor.
Not this day.
Awesome.
All right, so that is a 4, but you had another -2 from the actual poison, which would not be enough to soak that. You begin to, you're feeling weak in the knees. You can spend a Benny and try again.
I'm gonna spend the
So
money
many
and try again.
dice.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Good God.
Oh no. Can you spend one more Benny?
You can
Yeah.
keep spending Bennies all day.
Okay.
Oh,
only gonna
come
spend
on,
one more
Ruin,
other-
dude.
There it
There
is.
it is.
Nice.
Yes.
Go.
12.
Nice.
All right, yeah.
12, yes.
You begin to feel weak and groggy. Your vision at the edge begins to fade and go dark. But then you just sort of you call upon your inner strength, your faith, your purpose, and suddenly all your adrenaline kicks in, and you realize if you go down here, it'll be the end of your new friends, Hemin and the Goblin and the Elf. They will all fall to this thing. You must do something, and you now have the choice of what that thing is going to be.
Perfect. The first thing I'm going to do, if I heal Hemin, are they still shaken? If I remove wounds?
She'll still. If you remove the wound, she will still have to recover from being shaken.
Okay.
But it's usually a simple thing. And also, the question is whether or not it'll heal the poison. So that's good, because she will have to make her own rolls on her turn to counteract the venom that she just got.
But she looks badly injured, like 2 wounds.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
relieving the wounds will certainly help her make those rolls, because
that is prerogative at this point. They must live to fight another day. So I'm going to cast healing.
Okay.
As I channel the powers of the storm, gather them up, you see the runes on Ruin's face start to light up. All the scars start to light up with this blue light brilliance as he goes to heal.
You might want to try that again.
He is going to spend probably his last Benny. Let's see. No, he's got 2 more. He's going to try this again.
All right. That is a success. You call upon the healing guidance of Discordia, and a success will remove one of those wounds.
Okay.
A raise would have removed 2. But so Hemin, your wounds drop from 2 to 1, and there we go. Well, hey, it removed shaken, so I'm wrong. It removed shaken.
This is good.
Oh. I will remember this day, Minotaur.
You said
Alright,
this
so-
very aggressively. I tried to help you.
Comrades,
Oh, okay, good.
Thank you.
we are brothers now.
Jesus
Go, go,
Christ.
go. Wait.
Who is this?
Oh my god! What is happening?
That was Hemin's shaken roll to unshake automatically by the software with a 34.
Right. They're
So
no longer shaking.
no matter what, Hemin is has unshaken, and with a 34 to unshake, I'm gonna say, you know what? The venom has no effect on you.
Perfect.
What?
Nice.
That
I
is
love
just
that.
amazing. So
Thank you, kind
Hemin,
and benevolent
the healing energy from this Minotaur, whose scars that crisscross his face begin to glow faintly blue, like lightning in the darkness, and you're energized with the crackling peal of thunder. What would you like to do?
I would like to get up, and I would like to do like a hand thing. What's the term for that? When you
A hand
like-
thing?
when you like do one of these?
Keep
to
this as a
somebody?
family show.
I want to go over to Ruin and do like a hand grab, and like we do our
this.
shoulders together.
Like,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
all right.
like predator style.
I was
Like
like,
a
I
bro
have
bump
no idea how
or
to
something?
like a bro bump. Like I have no idea how to like name that action.
Bro bump is
It's
better
like-
than
There we go.
hand.
We got it. We understand.
Bro,
I'm gonna do
Everybody
it.
understands.
I'm gonna take this
Bro-
moment
bro
to do a
shake?
hand thing to Ruin. No. Look, when you roll, when you hit that like super roll, you get moved. Savageworlds, people.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Let's strike when the iron's hot.
I mean, you know, you do what the spirit asks of you.
Moving
Discordia.
on.
Anyway,
All
I'm
right.
invigorated.
Yes.
What magic?
And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you both a point of conviction. At that.
Ooh, very nice.
Hey.
Uh,
Well done.
Magical. That was so magical.
whoop.
We had a
Cheyenne, what
moment.
is
We
conviction?
did have movement.
Conviction is you can only ever have 1 point at any one time. I'm going to mark it here onto your character sheets. At any point, you can say, "I'd like to spend my conviction," and you add 1d6 to your roll.
Hells
Ah.
yes.
It can be any
This-
roll. You just add 1d6 to it.
Our friendship
All
has
praise
bonded
Savageworlds.
in form of conviction.
Mm-hmm.
It has. We have been made in the storm.
All right. So, what would you like to do,
You guys are cool.
Hemin?
You guys are so cool.
Okay, so I'm thinking that like maybe it wasn't a great idea to fight this spider. What is I'm having like a newborn moment of realization. What's the status of the spider? Like, are we able to move away from it, or is it truly?
Well,
it's
you
just
are both
too
locked
late?
in melee combat with it. You know, as a martial provocateur, that moving away from a creature, moving out
great.
of its threat range like this, it will get another strike on you.
Okay. Well,
But if you off its guard, make it put it back on its defenses, then you can move away freely. Which is to say, mechanically, if it's shaken, you can get out of there.
okay, cool. And I still am in the same wave of having giant killer.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That sticks until the fight's over.
All right.
Or until you
Well, the
die.
only way that I know to shake a spider is to
Or until next round.
get in there
when
and
you
shake it.
expire.
Hey, now she only has a wound.
Yeah.
True. True.
And I currently have no bennies.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
James, I wonder how they could get bennies.
How
Yeah.
can we get bennies, you guys?
Yeah. How can we get bennies?
In order to...
Well, you know, naturally, through normal play, it's role-playing hindrances, doing something exciting or interesting, or, because we're a live stream, James.
The audience can help us gain bennies. Donating 500 bits will give the entire party a benny that they can spend. That kind of adds it to a pool that we can use, and then if you do 100 bits, that gives a +1 to the party that we can use, and we can put that to whatever role we choose to. Once we use that +1 or that benny goes away. We can have as many of those as are earned through the audience. You can also spend Tyrant Coin, which is our form of channel points, to give +1s, and I believe also for bennies as well.
Are any such points available at this moment?
No.
Oh.
Oh, so
Are you
interesting.
totally sure?
And something to note for the future. But right now, Hemon, what is she gonna do?
Well, Hemon's inner spark Taylor just tried to spend some tyrant points, and it didn't work. So
Well, you got conviction.
I do, and I have conviction and giant killer. So isn't like the worst time to get a hit off?
Yeah.
Do it.
So you know what? I'm gonna rally. I'm gonna kind of. I'm kind of rocking back and forth. I'm hyping myself up. This is like if I had a shield, I would be doing some shield bashes. But I don't, so I'm gonna do those on myself. I'm gonna like knock myself in the chest. I'm bristling, and let's fight.
You got this.
Do it.
Aye, brother.
5 will not hit on
What?
its own.
Wait, but. Okay.
Using your conviction.
Using your conviction there?
That's giant killer.
No. The
Giant killer's only for damage.
giant killer's only for
Okay,
damage.
never mind. So that's
But
my
it's just-
conviction.
That's your conviction. So yeah. So you roll a 4 plus 2 from your conviction. That's gonna that'll hit.
Okay,
Now
cool.
you can roll damage.
Guide my axe, Discordia.
What the
9.
guy.
9.
You gonna
Okay.
throw in the giant killer?
Yeah. Let's have some.
Roll a 6, or 3.
I'll take it.
All right. So I think you have a other spider still targeted, and so it keeps saying that you've dealt a wound or something like that to the thing, but that's not the
Yeah, I think I had an old spider targeted.
yeah. All right. So but that is still enough to shake
Yes.
Nice.
shake the spider queen. She'll get a chance to recover, but she is vulnerable at the moment. Also remember that when a creature is shaken, it is easier to put a wound on it from somebody else's attack. Just a reminder. And speaking of somebody else, Drada, your card has come up.
So I see my friends, or I see these people who I woke up with randomly, like literally 45 seconds ago, and I.
Okay.
Oh, when we were helping you out of pit, we were friends. Now that we are fighting Spider, it's these guys from the pit. I see how
Yeah. So
I will say it's stuff like that that earns bennies.
There you go. Thank you.
I stand up from behind the goblin, and out of pure reaction, I just fire off a moonbeam. But I remember that there's full of spider webs in there. So mid-cast, this beam changes, and it hits the spider, and there's you hear a small crack like a meteor hitting the moon. But inside the spider's mind, it rattles with this solar eclipse of power inside of its mind as I cast Moonstruck, and I will try to stun the spider.
Oh.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a hit
Very
with a raise.
nice.
Hit with a raise, and Let me read what it does. Go back. I just had this already. Oh, truck. Let's see. On a successful cast means the victim must make a vigor roll at -2 with a raise.
It's gonna get a -2 because you got a raise on the spellcasting, or be stunned. Stun unlocks all sorts of additional effects. So, and let's see. Before I get your hopes up, let's see if it's stunned, and then we'll go into the rest of it.
Come on, come on.
So vigor roll at -2. Its vigor is strong. I will warn you.
Dead toothbrush.
But we are stronger.
Give us a sub that adds a +1 to the pool.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. We ain't dying today, y'all.
So the spider gets a +1. Is that what you were saying?
No.
That's for the players' pool.
Spiders cannot swim in
3
pools.
-2 because of your raise is only a 1 all day. The spider is stunned by the moonstruck beam. It is distracted, which means anything else it tries to do on its next action is -2. It is vulnerable.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Which means that anyone who tries to attack it before the end of its next turn has a +2.
Damn.
But it's also shaken.
Falls prone, which doesn't really mean much for the spider. It cannot move or take any actions, and it doesn't count to being ganging up against something. But the spider is basically just sitting there, its eyes dazzled by the brilliant white light of the moon that just kind of arcs through the room. It's blinded and effectively and unable to focus on any one of you guys, and it's just sort of twitching, and shrieking a little bit, at least psychically. And that brings up Vec at the bottom of the round.
And I duck down behind the goblin.
I would say Vec, as a rogue, against a stunned target, you automatically could sneak attack.
Oh.
Ooh, nice. Cheyenne, I did want to mention that you applied all of those status effects to Drada.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I just noticed it pop up on the screen, and I was like, "Where is he getting all of these effects from?"
Oh, sorry.
So
There we go.
Vec actually looks at Drada a bit surprised, and he says, "Well, it seems like you can be." And he kind of like looks down at you, even though you're taller than him, even when you're like scrunched up. Heroic. That's good, I guess.
No.
And
Just fight.
And so I only have a move of 5. Oops. I'm doing all this stuff here.
You have to just move to any. You only have to move to any square adjacent to the spider.
Oh yeah. So I kind of look at Drada and just say, "You're about to lose your cover, caster, mage, whatever you are." And Vec is going to rush forward, scamper up the back of Ruin, and leap off of his head and go to plunge his rapier down on this spider.
All right. Sounds amazing. Pull it off.
I'm working on it. That's the plan here.
Don't leave me.
And
leave me.
I'm gonna roll my fighting check.
Yeah, it's just a fighting roll. I don't cotton to making athletics rolls for anything flashy. Flashy is, glorious, and I love it.
Rule of cool.
So describe.
So that didn't work.
No, it didn't. You got a Benny?
I do.
Please have a Benny.
Just click a Benny. Just click that little button right there on the chat window.
I'm working on it. Boop.
There you go.
Yes.
This was
Explode,
better.
my children. And that would be
Now, fiend.
7 is a hit. That is
very
a hit.
good.
You can roll damage, or you can spend another Benny. Go for a raise.
Are you all okay if I spend that +1 to give me a raise?
That +1 will not give you a raise.
Yep.
You got to hit its parry. You got to get 4
that's
over
right.
its parry.
That's right.
So, and that
Do
its
not-
parry is.
Do not listen to this wild man and spend a Benny. Take the win from the universe and go forward.
The cultist speaks wisdom upon you.
Just
I'm
win.
gonna
hit.
keep
Just
it because
win.
I could lose. I could not get it, and I don't want to do that.
Yes.
So I will.
There is a
That would
price for
kill.
tempting fate.
That would feel bad.
That
Oh,
would
he's-
indeed. Do you want me to just roll with a raise for the D6 sneak attack?
Yeah, that'll work. Just treat it as if you got a raise.
Go, 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 go.
Ooh, 9 all day. 3 of those were 1s.
that was
You
rough.
know, you can spend a penny.
I'm
on that.
definitely
One of
spending a
them was
penny on that.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely spending
With
a
2
penny.
1s. Yeah.
Benny up.
There
Come
we
on,
go.
go, go,
East better.
14.
14.
Much better.
That's
There we
much
go.
better. All right. Its toughness is an 11. 1 more point will be a raise on that attack.
That was
Take
for
it.
damage,
Take it.
so that would give it another wound. So I am going to do that.
Yeah.
I spend it. It is now gone. Audience, you'll actually
Okay.
notice that little token at the bottom is now gone, and that means that I spent that. You'll see those increase as we get more +1s.
All right. So it was shaken. So an 11 was all you needed to do to deal a wound to it. But because of that extra +1, you get a raise on the damage roll. So you deal a oh wait.
It was
No,
already
I'm sorry.
shaken.
Take that point back. Take that point
Yeah,
back.
it's -2 right now because it's stunned.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see. Hang on. You rolled a what to hit it?
I
A 7.
rolled a 7 to hit, and then I got a
Yeah, I
14
forgot.
damage.
Hang on. Let's walk this back here. So its parry would not be a 6. Its parry would be a 4. So spending that point on the attack would have actually given you a raise. You want to rewind that moment there?
I
Spend
sure
that point
do.
on the attack. Get an
I
extra
sure do.
D6. All right, so let's rewind that. Just throw another D6. Everything went as normal. Throw another D6 on the damage.
And situation modifier 1d6. Roll as a raise.
No. Just
Oh,
roll a
just,
D6.
We'll just say that's a 5 then for that
No,
for that
ju-
1d6.
Add a D6 to the 14 that you already rolled.
Okay.
All right.
16.
All right. So, kind of all works out to be the same. So you put a wound on it. Is basically what it is. You actually need to get 2 raises in order to deal 2 wounds in Savageworlds, no matter what. Even against a shaken thing, it's easier to wound something that's shaken, but you always need to do 2 raises to deal 2 wounds. Okay.
Okay.
That's just the way the it works out. However, you do put a wound on it. It is a significantly large. It is not a wild card, which means it normally doesn't have any wounds. But because of its massive size, it does effectively take 1 wound and can keep fighting. 1 more wound will be enough to end this thing. But you're not there yet.
Well, I will say this much. Dice Barbarian just gifted 5 tier 1 subs to the community. That gives us 5 more +1s.
And it looks like we need them.
All right.
Normally, cast
Extra.
cannot contribute.
Drada, you have pulled the Joker. Everybody gets a Benny,
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
hero
and you
stuff.
get to act right now.
Nice.
Anything you do this
I'm gonna
round is +2. Anything and everything you do this
Okay.
round is +2.
I
hit
can also
and
wait,
damage.
right? Because I have a Joker. I can
You
wait
can
to take
wait
my
at any
turn when I
moment,
want to. Yep. I'm just gonna make it very obvious. I'm gonna wait to see if this spider breaks free of my stun, and I'll drop another one. That's my whole thing for this shtick.
Okay.
So I'll just wait till then.
It should still be shaking there. I don't know why it wasn't there. All right, so you hold on, Vec.
Oh, sweet. I'm up again.
You
yeah,
are up
that's
again.
you again.
And
Yeah.
it's still shaking, so you still get a sneak
Yeah,
attack on
I
it.
like slurp my rapier
It's so
out of this
done.
thing's body, and I go to plunge it back down into it.
All right.
And I'm gonna make my attack.
So again, target number is only a 4 because it's stunned and distracted. 2 and a 3.
Man, spending.
Hang on, wait. Gang up bonus. There are 3 of you fighting this thing. You get a +2 on that roll. So,
But you're at the
Gang,
5.
gang, gang, gang.
One more than you need. This hits.
Yep. So that is a hit.
Gang, gang.
I am still spending my Benny.
Okay, you're gonna go for that raise.
Yes,
There we
I
are.
am.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for him.
All right, yeah.
And
All right, so that's a 9
plus
plus 2
two from
for your
stun.
game nut bonus. That makes it an 11. That is a hit and a raise.
Oh
So
yeah.
roll your damage plus 2d6.
Plus 2d6. Boom. Where's the 2d6? What the heck?
It didn't ace that d4 either. So
you want me to roll with a raise plus 2d6?
well, let's just add this. Don't re-roll. Add more dice. So you need to roll another 4 because it didn't. That rolled it an ace, and then add 2d6 to the roll. So there you go. All right. So and I can and that 4.
Add another
Another 4 because that 4 is not acing. You got to click the little ace button down there in the bottom when you're.
Oh, I
And-
see. My d6 also.
And
ace
it's a
too.
plus
Okay.
and it's a plus 2 to hit because it's stunned, so that would make it a 12, which would make it another raise, right?
No, that we already the
Okay.
stuns the stuns already worked into it. All right,
Okay,
there we
okay.
go. So we got a
24.
24 damage. Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, no,
Not
no,
bad.
I'm sorry. 15, not 24.
No. You rolled a
No.
9
9
plus an 11 plus
4.
4. That is actually what you rolled. You aced a d4 twice and you aced 6s twice. Or 6. Yeah,
One.
that's
I'll keep
correct.
it. I'll keep it.
Yeah.
Ray, if somebody asks you if you're a god, you say yes.
All right, you begin to with your amazingly swift and flashing daggers in the darkness, begin to slice legs off of this thing, flipping your blade around, cracking open the carapace, gutting it from within as the thing begins to screech and twitch and collapse into trapped in its own webbing. And somewhere off in the distance, Discordia laughs.
And as I'm like
Enjoy.
inside this thing's
Now-
carapace, I'm just like, yes! And you see like guts like falling off my arms as like I'm like inside this thing. And yeah, I let out a victorious scream.
And with that, the round ends.
Well, that was interesting. And I'm like wiping off the slop off my body.
You are angry little man.
Small but fierce.
I think I've heard this somewhere. Hammond, you are all right.
Of you, brother. Was a close one, yeah. But I see
Gosh.
the little one's got a taste for it. And you, elf.
Where is the elf?
I'm over
Defense.
here.
Fancy man. Okay, he is back.
I'm
there.
over here.
He's-
Hiding behind
all
this rock.
right. Okay, you keep
Well,
a
he's
lookout.
found a good rock, yes, by the like
And
a
say-
gray skull. That rock.
Can you cut the carapace and make yourself a shield? It seems tough.
Oh.
It's possible. You could harvest parts from this. Suddenly, you do realize that you're not exactly sure when the last time you ate was.
Can I eat the spider flesh?
Possibly.
I'm just gonna rip off a chunk and just like bite into it.
All right.
Probably
Okay.
die.
You doing this whole thing raw? Because I have a pot right now.
Yeah, I just like plunged my mouth into it. I was like, "Ah."
I mean,
Oh God, no!
Ah! Now we deserve an adventurer's feast. Let me
There's
set up
one
my
right
pot.
here. Mm,
It's what?
Yes, well,
slimy yet satisfying.
discerning palates may want.
While the weirdest cookout in the world is being planned, is pathway to altar clear?
It takes a little bit more work to clear the rest of the webs, but you can set yourself to doing that, and it's without being interrupted any further, it takes you about 5-10 minutes to clear the rest of the webbing.
Okay.
And I'll take those off the board there, and you
Beautiful.
can see as you move over to it, it is not, as formally described, an altar.
I will transfer this over to you, Lord and Master.
All right, so
I'm at
catching
Tony.
your. No,
No,
sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Please.
Catching your breath, clearing the webs. You rest for a moment and then begin to examine the sarcophagus that you have uncovered. Draped, the carving on the top of it is a woman wearing a crown and long flowing robes, hands clasped to her chest, laying back in a silent and peaceful repose. The sarcophagus looks old and pockmarked, like it's been here for centuries. What would you like to do?
Vec climbs on top of it.
Great.
I just like scamper up the side and this is interesting.
It is a resting place.
You know, usually people leave valuables with their dead. We
That
should-
is
He's
something.
going for it.
You know, they don't really need those valuables anymore. We could take them.
Hemon is going to approach and just hold a hand out. Caution! This is a mystical realm, friend.
Yeah, caution's not really my thing. And I like so I'm not the smartest guy in the world here. So Vec is gonna, like, as he's standing on the edge, he's gonna start also pulling on the lip to try to like pull this up. He's like, oh, it's on really tight. I can't get this.
It's not moving.
I think it's funny because this is the path of least resistance. Ruin is going to look at him and be like, be sure to use lower body and just walk away. Like, I'm not going to have like I don't
yeah.
Lift with your back.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I
yes.
start like lifting with my legs, and I'm like, ah.
Oh, I'm
Alright.
gonna go back to my pot. I've put my eternal torch under it. I'm dropping some spider into my pot. I've dumped in some water with my water skin. Some of us is eating.
Give me a survival roll as you start
Uh-oh.
setting that up.
Well, let's see how this goes, you guys.
It's not so bad.
Hey!
Alright.
This is some kick-ass too.
Alright.
Almost hit again.
We're having spider water tonight, boys.
Is this steak? How did you do this? This
It's sous vide.
It smells pretty good, actually.
You bake enough from the carcass. You are able to carve up enough meat, edible meat, for 3 days worth of food, of provisions, for all of you.
Well done.
To gut
Hammond.
snacks.
Don't cook it all when you're ruining it. And I like cut off some of the meat.
Well, you're gonna want to climb down up off that coffin if you want to grab what's left.
James, give me a strength check. Give me an athletics check, rather.
Give it to us raw and wiggling.
That phrasing.
All right.
That's a 7. I'm gonna use a +1. I'm gonna use a +1.
Okay, so that's a hit. So just you are able, despite your poor placement and everything, while she's doing that, and you're wrestling with the lid, it actually comes loose, and you're able to then, push it off to one side, and it collapses down onto the ground.
Oh.
I'm just like standing on top of it, and I look at Rune and I go, ha!
Inside, you can see a loosely bound body and simple bandages, a small leather, insect-eaten leather pouch, kind of pockmarked with decay, kind of clasped at the hands where they're wrapped and crossed across the chest.
I swan dive into the loot.
Okay.
Perfect. I will go ahead and lift up the case and go to put it back on while he's inside of it.
You pull out the small pouch. You can hear the sound of coins inside, and you open it up, and then there's about 40 gold coins inside. And give me a common knowledge roll.
Said I wasn't very smart.
Mm-hmm.
I got a critical fail.
Critical failure. You are ecstatic. You have a treasure trove.
No.
Really? Give me a common knowledge roll.
Wait, me again?
No, Ruin.
Oh.
Oh, Ruin can do this.
Oh, you guys are missing out here.
2.
2.
You know what? No, I want to know. I'm going to spend the Benny.
Okay.
It's better.
Yeah, it is. 6. All right. You go back to wrestle the lid back onto the sarcophagus, and as you're looking at it, it occurs to you. The carving on the lid depicts this very regal, royal personage. But the treatment of the body inside, you know these things as a member of a clergy, does not give you the impression of someone who's given a royal burial. The wrappings are cheap and basic. They're not done incredibly well. Even the leather pouch that the goblin got from them seems something that you would see on a commoner, not something you would see on someone of noble birth.
Is there a reason something like this would be done? Like they would have. I would announce to group, you see, this not match. It outside is ornate, but the wrappings inside does not match outward. Does this make sense?
Yeah. I stand up from my rock, and I'm changing voices again. Anyway, I walk over and I would like to use academics.
Ah, yes. Sure, give me that.
I want to see maybe two things, or maybe we pick the best one. I want to see if this sarcophagus looks like it's the right size for a single body.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, I want to see if I can tell like any more information off of what Ruin, like who this person was, who they are, so I can compare what the body, I might go into even further, like examining the body to make sure that this is actually, the body that's supposed to be here. But I would like to see if there's room for maybe a body underneath it, or if this sarcophagus, just if it looks right for the dimensions of a single body.
Okay, give me an academics roll.
One second. Let me look at this. 1 second. Move aside.
Okay. And I stand up and I walk in the sarcophagus and just walk to the other end by its feet.
All right. So on your first question, it does look like the sarcophagus is shallower than the entire mass of it. Like the body is laying on a platform only about half the way down from the whole thing, but you don't see any seams or any other ways along the outside where there would be a false lid or anything like that. But there does seem like there's a lot more to the underside of it than what the when looking in through the top of the sarcophagus would indicate.
Has this been shifting at all as I've been walking inside of it?
No.
Okay.
No, it seems pretty stable and solid.
So, if you look inside here and here, there might be more. I can't see. What is your name, little goblin? What is your name again?
My name is Vecnethray. You may call me
Right,
Vec, or Nay, or Thray.
Okay, you take a look and see if you can see anything around here, a false side, a false bottom. And I will continue to look to see if I can find out who this is or supposed to be.
Oh, that's a good point.
Do you need me to roll anything to literally try to find all the loot inside of this before I head outside of it?
If you're happy with what you found, you can just take it. If you want to look further, give me a notice.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes, that is a 10.
It should explode, right?
It did.
It did.
It did explode for me. All right, so you begin digging around more in there. You check all the wrappings. You check the corpse, and you find no other pieces of treasure or hidden things. But as you move the little stone, the head off of the stone pillow where it rests, you see what looks like a small button.
I push it.
Okay.
Wait. And I start to run backwards.
As you push it, you hear a little click in the mechanisms beneath the stone sarcophagus.
Oh,
I knew
it's gonna be more treasure.
Oh.
And a little whirring sound kind of picks up, and the sound of sand flowing.
Oh no.
That's not a
And
good
then-
sound.
That's like no.
And then a door opens along the back wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, the door along the back wall right over here swings open just an inch or two, enough for you to push it open and see what's behind.
Danger sense?
Give me a notice roll at -2.
Okay. I'm over here with my bending over my pot, but
Basically, here's what it is. Yeah.
Well,
I would say don't spend a penny on it because I didn't.
I will not.
Yeah. You get no sensation.
Okay.
No warning. You don't feel like there's particularly a lot of danger.
Can I make one more minor action before anything comes out?
Sure.
I would like to take a fine piece of the cooked spider from the pot, and I would like to offer it and leave it on top of the sarcophagus on the folded hands of the figure.
Mm.
And I would like to bow my head in reverence. Hemin's hindrance is code of honor, and so it would not track that I take from the sarcophagus any loot. Though we are treasure hunters, Hemin has a creed, and this creed would not permit the taking from a grave. And so, regardless of who is in that grave, whether it be a servant buried on top of a greater noble or what have you, Hemin is not taking a coin from that box, but she will leave an offering of sustenance, the finest of the sustenance, a fat strip, on top of the lid.
Excellent.
What are you doing with that food?
Well, that food is for whoever lay in these coins, friend.
It doesn't make any sense. But whatever. It's
well,
gross anyways.
it is a custom of my kind.
Well,
as the goblin says, this doesn't make sense. Ruin just thinks back to the goblin diving into the mess that is the dead spider and like rolling around in it, and then just goes back to the. Maybe you are not the best character for making sense of things. It's possible.
Ruin is a philosopher.
all right. So that's assuming that you wait till the lid has been placed back on top before you do that, or are you placing it on the lid of the sarcophagus while it's still on the ground there?
Well, is it actually broken? Is it like?
It's the lid is just removed. It wasn't broken.
Well, I mean, Vec is inside the sarcophagus right now, right? So I'm not gonna close him in there.
I crawl out. If there's no more loot in there, I crawl out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I could replace the lid.
All right. Yeah, sure. Kind of just slide it back into place.
Yeah.
Put the the offering on top of it.
Yeah.
All right. What would you do next? Still get that door.
Yeah, heading towards door.
I'm gonna pack up my pot first.
Okay.
And package up all of that food for 3 days. This is how we're eating, people.
Ooh, we're eating people?
No.
It will come to that, should we not carry this grub. But I'm gonna move over to Ruin, where Ruin is located in front of, in between the, now it's us in between the sarcophagus and the door. What say you about this movement?
There is a reason this has been placed the way it is placed. I worry, but feel curiosity is not a bad thing. I worry for what is inside.
She beckons us.
Always.
Aye. Elf!
Yes.
Have you eaten?
Yes.
Well, you had better, because I feel the call of that door.
Fine, give me. And I'm right here by this, the sarcophagus, and I pat it, and I'm like, sorry, and thank you, and I come around, and fine. I'll give me the spider. Tell me it's steak. Just tell me it's steak.
It is. It is the finest cut. It is the meat of a queen.
Oh, wonderful. And I bite it. Lovely
Tonight
steak.
we eat like nobles or the people who dine upon their bones. Eat the rich.
Oh, so it's Tuesday for me.
Vic.
All right.
Yes.
So who steps through the door first?
What do you want, big furry man?
Why don't you go through? You press the button.
So this is not an even ordeal. I push the button. Why am I the one to walk through?
This is valid. I will get any treasure first, and I will start to walk through the door.
Oh, whoa. Hold your hooves here.
All right.
I start climbing up your back. Like, I'm not trying to hurt you or anything. I just start climbing up your back as you stride forward and I say, we'll go in together, you know.
Perfect. Yes, no. As soon as he climbs up, I'll give him a little pat as he sits on the shoulder.
As
I
you
was
walk
waiting
into
for
this
this.
room, as you walk into this room, to either side of you, these candles arranged on the floor begin to wick into life. Just a flash of flame just immediately ignites them as you enter the room. You see central in the room another sarcophagi, almost an exact duplicate for the one out there, only where that one was made of common stone and pockmarked by age. This one is made of fine marble and seems as polished as the day it was cut.
Oh.
There are numerous things piled around the room of gifts and offerings. Many of them, the dust of and the dried remains of old flowers turned to almost petrified by age. Boxes that have kind of rotted away, and laying on the top of the sarcophagus, 2 items that seem protected by time. They have not tarnished or are changed in any way. Just 2 items sitting on top of the sarcophagus.
I start drooling.
Oh,
One
gross.
is a finely carved box. Intricate detail work. It's about 4 inches long, but 2 inches wide, about 1 inch deep. And the other one is a helmet. Of a almost luminescent metal. It catches the light of the candles and seems to almost glow in the darkness of the second room from its own inner light. The most detailed thing about it is that the helm is decorated with a crown built into the helm itself that rises up out of the helmet and circles around to the back.
I'm like drooling on your left shoulder as my head is like kind of peeked over, and I kind of whisper in your ear, Rune, and I just, now that looks like a good grab.
Aren't I supposed to have an angel on the other shoulder whispering things?
I crawl over to the other side and I say, no, you're not.
Oh, God.
Surround sound. Now that's some rogue stuff right there. That's oh, even Hemin is admiring the helm.
And I think that would fit there. Oh, wait, have we even introduced ourselves?
We haven't. Only someone did say their name.
Yeah, Drada.
Brother.
Yeah, that's it.
The elf.
That's it.
That big burly one. There is a helmet in here. I think it would fit well on your head.
Aye, but what string is attached to this helm?
What string are you talking about?
I cannot imagine that a fine helm like this would rest completely free on a fine sarcophagus like this.
Well, let me find out. And I want to try, and so I scamper up the rest of your shoulder, Rune, and I try to leap off your left shoulder all the way to the sarcophagus. I want to land on top of it if I can.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Well played.
I do not want to touch the floor.
Oh,
Well played.
smart.
That's a 5.
All right, yeah, sure. It's a very short gap from ruin to the sarcophagus, and you're able to land on it. Pounce.
I pounce onto the lip, and
the crown rocks a little bit when you get there, but doesn't fall off or move.
I just turn and put my fists on my hips, and I say, "See, it's that easy." And I go and I grab the crown, and I'm probably gonna die.
You pick it up, and it's very.
Oh, go ahead.
You pick it up. It's a heavy crown, but not as heavy as you expected it to be. There does not appear to be any sort of click or whir or wire attached to it. You do not hear a boulder let loose, nor do you see poison darts fly out of the wall.
I throw it behind
you. You are
me.
merely holding a crown.
Yeah, I was like,
a helmet crown.
It's made out of cheap metal. It's very light, and I just toss it behind me towards Rune.
Oh, God. I will catch it.
Yeah, sure. You catch it. No problem.
Yes, and I will tentatively hand back. And as I do, I will realize, and I will turn and say, "Ruin."
What?
Ruin is my name.
Oh.
And I will hand it back to the tall one.
So he the Minotaur hands you the helm and tells you his name.
Me.
Yeah,
I'm the only tall one.
You're the tall one.
I was like, hold on here. Now, it's definitely not him. I don't remember much about how I came to be here. Ruin. Brother in arms. but I know that I answer to the name Hammond. But this, well, it is not ours. Is it possible to see if there's any, like, inscription, or is there an unusual detail? This is difficult for me because I am not very smart or spirited.
Yeah, yeah.
So I might
but
call
you are-
Drada.
But you are a warrior, a fighter, and you know armor. So give me a common knowledge roll.
All right, cool.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
Go for it. Go for it.
That is a 10.
This is a fine piece of armor. The goblin thought it was flimsy or false metal, but it is not. It is a heavy helm, but it is lighter than it should appear to be because it is mithril.
No.
Beans.
Wow.
What about beans?
It
You
is-
have beans?
The silvery blue-gray metal is this thing is valuable. The workmanship on this is from an age long forgotten. This is a masterwork helmet. It is fantastic, and there's no inscription or that you can find on it, but it was clearly made for someone of high station.
Wizard.
There still remains the box and the various other things about the realm that you could search through.
Wizard, there is a box. I want to open it.
So I'm hidden along. Obviously, I'm hidden on the side, and I just use it here. Okay, great.
You do that.
Don't know if
All
I
right.
should open this. I'm just staring at this box.
Yeah,
Trying
it
to
is
eye
a
it up.
fine. It is fine. It is a fine wood-stained box of elegant filigree carvings. The detail is really tiny. It's like you're not even sure how they can make something so detailed, so small. Again, incredible. Obviously of value and very, very old.
You are not going to open it?
Would now be a permissible time to danger sense?
The way danger sense works is if it is a permissible time for danger sense, I will tell you.
Okay,
Danger sense.
cool.
As little goblin looks at the box and studies, I will and then just walk into a room and look at the box. And does it open? Does it look like a hinge?
Does it ever?
Does the box look like it will open? Yes.
Yes, I will open the box.
I hand it to
Okay.
you.
Oh.
You open it.
You walk over. You walk over there. You open up the box. It is very simple. Inside the box, there is a carving on the inside of the. There is some sort of carving on the inside of the lid. It's a word. The box is lined with a kind of a aged velvet, and laying on the bed of that velvet is a simple, delicate and tattered letter, a piece of paper folded up, folded in threes and placed in the box for safekeeping.
What does word on back of box say?
It says in a very old script, but still recognizable as the common trade tongue. It says the word silver heart as one word.
Is this like surname? This is family.
Probably the way the word is combined as one thing. Yeah, you would say that.
Are we familiar with Silver Heart family? Does this spark?
As you say that word out loud, a section of the floor in front of you begins to glitter and glow.
Ooh.
And an exact copy of the box that you're holding appears at your feet. Only instead of being 4 inches by 2 by 1, it is 4 feet by 2 feet by a foot deep. And it just materializes on the floor in front of you.
It is a chest.
Wow.
As if summoned from some other realm.
That box summons more boxes. And bigger boxes.
That's exactly what Vec would get from it.
Infinite box.
I love it.
Yes.
Is
What's
it
happening?
safe to say that there's maybe like an entity or a presence or?
Give me a
Maybe we
spirit
are-
roll.
Oh, no.
While they are doing this, I will can I unfold paper?
Yeah, sure.
Gently.
Mm-hmm. Hammond gets no sensation of any presence in the area.
Nothing.
You open up the letter. It is written in a cursive style by somebody's hand. Again, old, archaic, but still legible as in the common trade tongue. And this is what it says. You can choose to read it out loud to everybody else if you like.
Dearest Eri, forgive this pouring of my heart. I will forever cherish the hunt upon we met. From the moment my eyes set on you, triumphant in the saddle, after the quarry was caught, you were my undoing. Your hair, purest moonlight, your fingers of fine carved ivory. I knew there could never be another. I would hold you to my last and gaze forever onto your smile. When I look to you, be it in council room or riding the line of your troops, I am filled with the awe of your majesty. Even the way you handle your hideous brother shows greatest empathy and humility. I know that to you I am but a fool, but I will ever be your fool. Please say you'll be mine, Lady Greywind. All my love, Rune Silverheart.
When you say at the end, the box at your feet disappears. And you say the name again. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
It's gone. What did you do?
I just say Silverheart, and they disappear.
It does not return.
Just checking. Man.
Say it again.
I do not think it was meant for us. One of you can try.
Silverheart.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna hold the helm up. Who claims this helm? Silverheart?
What is happening?
Drada, give me a common knowledge roll. Or
Yep,
academics.
my bad.
Your choice. Common knowledge or
Okay.
academics.
Okay, yeah. As soon as I heard that description, I was going to ask you if I can make a roll, because that was very familiar to me as she described the characteristics of. Let's see, common knowledge. Let's do academics, please.
Oh yeah.
Need some of that good smart.
Oh.
And
You got
work.
7 bennies though, buddy.
Yeah,
What? You have 7 bennies?
Well,
Get spend it.
yes,
And we have 6 plus
that's why I
ones.
hide. Hiding is great. I don't.
it does not cost Benny to hide, so he has 7 pennies.
That's a 3.
Oh, no, it's coming to me. It's not quite there. Let me keep thinking.
That's also a 3.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
God.
It's
Wait,
right
wait.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's there.
There we go.
There we go.
Go, 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 go. Keep going.
10. All right. Yes. Well, immediately, the description of who the person is writing about in the letter immediately sounds like one of your people, with a hair pure moonlight and fingers of fine carved ivory. That sounds like the high elves that you're from. And with that raise, you do recall from distant past the legends of Lady Greywind, one of the great warrior queens of the Elven people, and her torrid love affair with a bard named Rune Silverwind or Silverheart.
Now, when the DM says it, does the chest come back?
I was thinking the
Is that-
same thing, dude. I was thinking the same thing.
No, it does not. As you recall in the legend, Silverheart, because of her high station and him being a bard, they can never. While they were in love with each other, they could never be together, and he died. He died a hero's death in her name, and she never took consort with anyone from that point on, although she lived another several hundred years later, but she always held on to her love for him.
So I will convey that to the group, and I will come out from my hiding spot, realizing that this is sacred land, a sacred place of my people. And I stand up tall and fix my uniform. I walk and I say, "Please, may I see that helmet?"
Aye, you may, wizard. I hand it over immediately.
All right. I'm gonna look at it. Is there anything about that helmet that would trigger me that it's got any kind of magical application to it?
Oh yeah, with your raise on the academics roll, and you look at it, it's well, actually, this is true. All casters can immediately always know when there is magic around, right? They can just sense magic. It's just a thing that they can do. They can't tell what kind of magic it is. That requires an actual casting of a spell called Detect Magic that'll tell you what the nature of the magic is or anything like that. But you can examine this thing and you can say it is definitely magical of in some way, and its workmanship and your knowledge of the legends of Lady Greywind, you believe that this is a piece of armor that she used to wear when leading her troops.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was going to ask you. Is it elven make or is it of?
Mm-hmm.
Well, was she elven?
Yes.
Yeah,
she was
okay.
a high elf.
All right, and I hand it back and say, "This is good. It's good." And I walk back into, and I say, "Ruin, is that your name? You said, I think."
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry you were named Ruin, and that's kind of, that's kind of starting you off on the wrong path, but that's okay. You're okay. Please fold the letter up and put it back in the box, please.
Understood. I will fold the letter up gently, place it back in box, and place it back on top of the tomb.
And I pick it up off the tomb and say, "Silverheart."
Give me a common knowledge roll.
Okay. Go, baby, go, baby, go.
All right.
6.
Nothing happened. You can, as you pick it up, you can feel the magical energies imbued in this box as well. And when you say Silverheart and nothing happens, you do remember that there are such enchanted items like this, where they can summon a chest that is paired with an item. It is a lengthy process to craft these sorts of things, but they often only work once per day.
Oh. Well, so it matters how greedy you want to be. Oh, can I burn? I don't know if I can get any more information. If I burn 2 of our points to give myself a raise, well, I guess I'm going to burn 2 of these points to see if I can get more information aside from that.
I would say save your points.
We've got a bunch of points. Okay.
I would say save your points.
That works. All right, cool. So I'll look at them and I'll place it back on the sarcophagus. Say, oh, by the way, my name is Drada Valsul. I am a wizard
Well,
of the High Elves. Yes, Oh, thank you. You should be well meeting me. The so the enchantment on this box and what you saw before can come back maybe if we wait a day.
I am sorry about your name. It is unfortunate.
Oh,
I agree.
Oh, tit for tat. I deserve that.
See, it does not feel good, does it?
You know,
It does not feel good when someone says that to
Somebody
you.
just got
Yes.
ruined.
Oh,
oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I have a tendency to speak before I think, because I think about too many other things. But,
Is that problematic for a wizard?
well, the thing that happens is, like, you'll see, I just freak out a little bit and then magic happens. It's just kind of my thing.
I trust that. That does appear to be how it is done.
Yeah, yes. So we can stay here if you really want the chest, or we can go away. I'm in danger either way, so I don't care. Just stay close to me. And that helmet is nice. I don't think we should break the sarcophagus open. That's all I have to say.
Hammond, you should wear this helmet.
Rod, should we not leave it? Is it not part of the sacred place?
It is, but what better way to honor the memory of this warrior?
With
May
your
we-
leave.
No, may we all be so lucky to let her live on in you. With the helmet on top, there is no better service that you can give a fellow warrior, is there?
It is said. Drada, how do you feel about
Yes?
this?
Well, the moon comes every day, every night.
Let him finish.
So
I'll
it
allow
does
it.
not belong. It does not belong to anyone.
Oh.
It recycles, such is life. There's a reason why the world turns in a circle, because it always comes back around. So please, it's okay to reuse what has once been used.
This
It
tracks
does
with
not
Hammond.
belong to anyone. You may.
Hammond-
I don't think
Hammond
my
feels
people
good about
will mind.
I understand you, wizard.
At
It's
least
great
somebody
wisdom
does.
here.
I will
No
turn
idea
to
what's going on
Goblin.
here.
I will turn to Goblin and be like, "Did you know the Earth moves in a circle?"
I thought we moved. I didn't realize it moved.
I did not know it was a circle.
Oh, yeah, we
was like
figured
a
that out
flat
long ago.
disc.
Now listen here, you lot. This is
Serious.
something that they tell in their village, but I am certain that the movement of the village is it's the seizing of great warriors, roiling in the deeps. It's this circular thing. It's not the way, but let him have it. Let him have it.
All right. So, with this treasure gotten, the crown, you hold on to the crown, right?
I do.
You and the wizard, you have the box. Yes.
No, the sarcophagus does. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
you-
get.
I believe that chest is tied to box. It might be good to take box. Because you see, the moon is circle.
Yes, you understand. Yes, it
And-
belongs to no one.
But
Alright.
but
this is why you should take box, because we are on circles.
This is too many circles. I'm walking.
You are
I'm walking
such a
over here.
philosopher.
we must complete the
You are-
circle, friend.
I will-
You are all lunar creatures. You are children of the moon. I can hear it in your minds.
Sure, I will hand the
Okay.
box to Wizard.
Back away.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm gonna leave my current helmet on the sarcophagus to complete the
Okay. All right.
circle is complete. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna wear the new one.
Like
All right,
the
you
moon.
put it on.
Vec just whispers to himself as he sees you do this. How noble of you.
Well,
Ooh,
it is
why
the
did I
way of
shut that
brave
down?
warriors.
Okay, perfect. Nothing else in this space of note. There's like flowers and little things spread. Correct?
You can give me a notice roll. Search it.
Yes, I think I am somewhat good at notice.
Oh. Well,
You can
Oh, I'm
spend
still
one on plus
wounded.
ones. That would give you a
Yes.
success.
What's it? Yeah, you rolled a 3, or you could take some of the plus ones to boost that up to a success.
That would, if the group does not mind.
100%. We've got 5 of them. They do go away after the episode ends. So
Perfect.
definitely use them up.
pennies.
I make a
Yep,
tail in the
burn 'em.
club. I will use the points.
All right.
Ding, ding.
You
I make it
managed while
lightning
digging through
everywhere.
while digging through the remainder of the stuff that's left behind. 3 gems of value, about 30 gold each, so about 90 gold total. But that's
Wow.
about all there is left amongst the other stuff. That's whatever they were set into, long having since fallen apart in a way, and the gems are just left there, unsocketed to anything.
2 to Vec, 1 to me.
Okay.
Very shiny, nice.
This is a button bounty.
What's a button bounty?
It's a bounty for pressing button.
I like this. And I put it in like a pocket. And I'm actually going to hand everybody 10 gold coin. If everyone takes it. And say, I found this within the sarcophagus.
Drada, you will find in your inventory a finely carved box has been added. Hemen, you will find in your inventory the Grey Wind Crown has been added.
Oh,
Heckin' yes.
Ooh.
Oops.
man, feeling it.
It will take you a little while to get used to it, but I will tell you the enchantment is not a secret or anything like that. It is fortified armor, and it is more likely to turn away a lethal blow. Whenever you make a soak roll, you get a free reroll.
Oh, that is dope! Yo!
And as we've seen today, I'm gonna need that.
Yeah.
You will need
So you
these.
still have to spend a
Well
penny to
done.
soak, but if you don't like the result,
Get
you can
another-
roll
That
again and
is
take the better
that
roll.
is
That is
baller.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a
yes.
hell of a hat. I shall take it, but I will pass on the gold coin.
Okay. Then I will give 5 the 2 extra 5 for her not taking the 10 to Ruin and Drada.
All right.
Perfect.
How much time we got left tonight?
Like 10 minutes.
All right. Why don't I just set up where we're gonna leave off? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
You make your
I
way
mean, this
out
is a
of.
pretty good. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say this is pretty good for a long rest. We've got we've got 1 entry. I mean,
Oh,
this
I see.
is. Yeah, we got a single entry into this room. Like, this is probably a good spot if we want to take a long rest and.
Well, I
And
think
chill
Cheyenne's
out
got
and
something
call it
planned for
good.
us.
Well, I mean, no,
Oh,
you can
okay.
you can totally do that. Yeah, you can
party.
stay here and or try and find the exit for this place. You did see when you first came
Oh,
up out of
okay.
the pit, you saw some light off in the distance. You might be able to get outside. You're still uncertain. You can still hear movement out there in the shadows, like and the squishy sounds of up in the rafters. Like there might be smaller spiders about. And after what you've encountered, I mean, they might be easy to deal with, but do you really want to sleep here?
I have seen the movie Arachnophobia. Let the sun rise.
Wait, they've got TV where Ruin comes from?
They're a
very
very
advanced
advanced culture.
TV is like Big Circle.
Like the moon.
Yes. The moon.
Well, by the power of Grey Wind.
Yes.
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 Hell,
Oh my
moon.
god.
So, with a bit of searching around using the ever-burning torch, you are able to find the exit to this cave. It's not too far away further to the north. It's another short lip that you guys have to climb up, but no big deal. It's an easy climb. Again, a rocky sides, lots of handholds, and you make it out into the, by comparison, relative brightness of outside, even though it is still the ever dusky twilight of the labyrinth. There, you look up into the heavens, and you can see the stars intermixed with broken clouds as a small light drizzle begins to roll in. And you are outside, and you can breathe the fresh air again. You begin to find again the to your left and to your right is just the ever expanding labyrinth. The cave entrance seems almost unnatural, the way it appears out of a side of a perfectly carved, hewn, and cut wall. This rough cave entrance, but you've learned in this world to not question such things. Natural doorways and archways can lead to all sorts of unusual places. You pick a direction, march off, and looking for some place to set up camp, someplace safer than that cave, at least. Eventually, before long, a haze begins to sit in from the light drizzle, hampers your vision beyond anything beyond 100 feet or so. The wind shifts after about an hour, and you pick up the smell of sweat and wet fur. And almost immediately you hear the sounds of grunts and barking laughs. You creep closer towards the sounds to try and figure out what's going on. And you see a courtyard open up, a section of the labyrinth where the winding walls break and leave an empty space. In the center of the courtyard stands a lone dwarf, perched on a large crate, guarding it to his last. Surrounding him is a small pack of dog-like beastmen, gnolls. They taunt him with feints and barks, each one taking a turn to move in as if to attack him and then jumping back out of the range of his hammers as he swings wildly at them. They are trying to tire him out. You see despair creeping into the eyes of the dwarf, like a deer surrounded by wolves. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh,
Ooh.
so much fun. Ah, that was great.
That was phenomenal. Oh, and we did not die.
Awesome.
You did not die.
No,
By the grace
No,
of
we didn't.
Benny's.
that's
By the
right.
grace of Grey Wind.
Well,
I loved that. By the way.
by
That
the
was
power
beautiful.
of Grey Wind.
All right, so
That's
ladies and gentlemen out there in the audience, thank you for tuning in. Sorry about the various difficulties. We will be doing this again next week, but at a slightly different time next week. James, you want to tell them about that?
Yes. So due to me landing a new job, luckily the cast has been super available for this, and I very much appreciate that. We will be moving our go time to 8 p.m. CST every Friday night at a Dice Tyrant Twitch.tv near you.
Which I believe is 2 hours later on the East Coast, which would be like 10 o'clock at night on the East Coast. You up for that, Ruin?
We will see.
Okay.
I am
2 hours
very old.
earlier here on the West Coast where
You can
I
do
am.
it.
So I'm fine with that. But, you know, I take pity on my East Coast friends. And Taylor, you're even further out.
I am in Iceland,
But an amazing connection for Iceland.
which is almost the East Coast, but you know, there's a little bit of a gap.
Yeah.
It's
river.
the eastern East Coast.
Yeah. We're like a satellite campus. It's, there's a connection. It's very tenebrous.
All right,
But-
and so thank you all for tuning in for this inaugural stream of the Dungeons of Discordia. Tune in next week, 8 p.m. Central, to find out what's up with this dwarf and whether or not our intrepid heroes were going to save him or leave him to his nasty fate at the claws of the gnolls.
Very good. Thank you all for tuning in. You can catch us next week, 8 p.m. CST. You can also catch us this Sunday for The Ascended, our cyberpunk superhero
Yes.
Savageworlds show. You can find Dice
Yes.
Barbarian down there, as well as myself on that show as GM. Very excited to run our 6th episode. You can check out the previous episodes on YouTube. Episode 5 will be up before Sunday. I should have it up actually by tomorrow in the afternoon. And yeah, very excited to delve into some dungeons with everybody. Love yourselves.
Heck yeah.
Love each other. Let's take care of this world as one people, everybody. Peace out.
Spend pennies on your friends.
Oh,
Thank
and
you for
before
hanging
we
out.
leave, I wanted to officially announce that Dice Barbarian down there is now our creative director and a part owner of Dice Tyrants. So very, very excited to have him on board with that. It is going to be amazing to have someone to assist with all those types of business moves and stuff like that. So thank you, Tony, so much.
It's awesome. Like James, I'm happy to be here. Happy to, I don't know. I'm very excited for this, and we're gonna do some really awesome things. So everybody tune in. Drop us a follow so you know what's going on whenever we come on. And check out all of our YouTubes and stuff, because there's some great stuff that we're doing, and we got even more coming. So if you're a fan of Savageworlds and TTRPGs in general, please do yourself a favor and hang out with us, because we have a lot of fun and we'd love to have you.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you all. Anything else? Any other business? Good night, everybody.
You got anything going on soon?
You know what? I just want to say thank you very much for tuning in. Oh, sorry. Did I interrupt anybody who wanted to say anything?
I was just going to see Indigo Chameleon got anything going on recently?
Chameleon has lots of stuff. We're actually going to be on Clubhouse. If anybody's on Clubhouse, you can always message me. We are like 5 followers away from hitting that magic number of 1,500 on Twitch.
Oh my gosh! Woo!
So if we could throw a couple of followers that way and hit it tonight, I've got some minted coins that Indigo and Chameleon and I have talked about getting out there and doing some special games and all sorts of fun stuff. So if anybody's available, twitch.tv/indigo_chameleon, that would be huge. I want to hit that 1,500 number so bad, just because I'm a numbers guy. But yeah, we've got our Lost Isle game that I'm currently covering. It's a bunch of time traveling heroes, and now first season was time traveling. Now I'm sending them into my favorite works of literature. So now we're in doing my take on the Odyssey and the Iliad, which is on Thursday, and they're battling the sorceress Circe, which is really hard to say multiple times. Yeah, you can check that out, and then tune in if anybody's on Clubhouse. You can find us at Level Up. We're going to be discussing the 5 most underutilized magic items in Dungeons and Dragons, which I'm very excited to have an open discussion with everybody about. So tune in.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff.
Taylor, any last words?
You know what? Backwater Bastards, we're a podcast, not a stream. We put an episode out every Thursday. Come listen. We just turned 3 years old in February, and we hit our 100th episode, not upload, episode. And our sci-fi game system just turned 1 year old on April 1st, which was like 2 days ago. According to my clock, it's 1 a.m. here. So,
that's right. Yes.
So technically, for everyone else, unless you're in like Australia, it was 3 days, 2 days, whatever. But not a joke, not an April Fool's. Orbital Refuse is 1 year old. But you don't have to see it. You can hear it anywhere that you get your podcasts. Backwater Bastards.
Downloading the first 10 episodes right now.
Don't do that. Our first campaign has much different sound quality, so you might like every podcaster in the world, the first few are the roughest.
Yeah.
So if you want to start
Oh,
with
yeah.
the stuff that sounds sparkly, you're gonna want to start with Orbital Refuse. There's like a new warning now on our, like, when you go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever, that's like, hey, just a warning, here be dragons, go down a bit and start with the sci-fi, but you'll see it. I wish they would let podcasts be like musicians on Spotify, where it's like your seasons or whatever are albums. I would love that. That's like a dream of mine. I don't know why it's not possible. Maybe it is. I'm not the one that does it. I'm the noisemaker, not the organizer. But yeah, it's on there. And the sci-fi stuff, just a warning, it's comedy, so it's kind of wild, but it's a game system that our DM made up, so it's pretty nuts. And yeah, man, we're out here. And people
All
are,
right.
are popping off in the chat.
James, I just brought up the world map just in case anybody wants to get a chance to look at it. They're out there in the audience in the stream. There's a little sneak peek of the things that we have coming up in the Dungeons of Discordia. All sorts of interesting places outside both within and outside the Clockwork Labyrinth. I want to thank you all for tuning in. As an audience, you've been great. I've been trying to keep one eye on the chat. I'm sorry there, Maseo. We are wrapping up for the evening. We'll be back next week. We're going to try and do this every week. I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. You've been great. The cast has been fantastic. And you know what? So was I. Good night.
Yes, you were.
True story.
Yes, you were.
True story.
Yes, you were,
Good night,
Cheyenne.
everybody.
Amazing.
You know what, Doc? Take a Benny. You did great.
Take a Benny.
Yeah, take a Benny.
A Benny. A Benny. Maybe.
After an eon of war, Discordia, goddess of betrayal, strife, and suffering, had done the unfathomable. She had won. At her feet lay the gods, dying, their heroes broken, all hope forsaken. Reality was hers to remake in her image, her victory unassailable. In this moment, Discordia wept, for there was no one to oppose her.